Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to you. And tonight, Tuesday night, we got another barn burner as the Spring Grove Rockets come to town for the Lions Den to go against the Red Lion Lions. And I got their coach on right now, 10-1, Coach Steve Schmehl. Coach, thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
So we moved some things around. This was it's being dubbed as the Marcellus matchup. It was my old school team, Spring Grove. As a sophomore, I used to have to guard Coach Jared Smith every day in practice, and I mean, I gave him props for that. That was about the best experience I could have. But yeah, so this is like the dream matchup for me. I've never done a Spring Grove game, as you know. I live in the Red Lion area. I coach some of the youth teams at Red Lion, so
Yeah.
I'm pumped up like a pair of 95 Reeboks, Coach.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're ready to go.
Yeah, so I thought this year was supposed to be a rebuilding year for you, though. You lost at least four out of the maybe five, six main guys, and
Yeah.
here you're 10-1, Coach. What can you contribute to that?
Yeah, it certainly is a little bit surprising, I guess. We are very, very young. And but this group they had a great off season together. I think we kind of knew we were probably better than maybe some other people thought we were coming into the year. But it's a whole other thing to be able to, go out and do it and have the experience to be able to, play well and close games and that kind of stuff. And to these guys' credit, to this point, they've been able to do that. And you usually don't see that with this kind of youth, but there's a lot of great kids that are talented and care about each other, and they stick together. And so far, it's been a good start to the year.
Yeah, I mean, and I see you have some juniors, you got some sophomores. I mean, there's definitely a lot to be excited about. And Spring Grove's coming in 6-3, really having a good year as themselves, and shooting a lot of 3-pointers. Coach Jared Smith's son, Cooper Smith, second in the YAI in 3 points made right now. What's your message to the team? And first of all, I know you were supposed to have a game on Monday that got
Yeah.
canceled. You had a game Friday. I mean, have you even been able to go over some stuff with the kids yet?
Yeah. Yeah. And it all kind of, we didn't find out, till last night that we weren't going to be playing today. So obviously we can't practice today. And, I'm sure they're in the same boat. We were able to hop on and do some Zoom stuff and watch some stuff together. And yeah, you gotta make it work the best you can. I mean, when you get to this time of year in January, there's a lot of 3, maybe some even 4 game weeks where you don't get the prep time that you normally get, maybe in December, and you have to kind of fall back on what you do, what your fundamentals and how you play, and sometimes you don't get to watch as much film or to do as much in practice, and you have to just go out and play. And we haven't been able to do a ton on Spring Grove, but we certainly know that they're a very good team, and they're playing well and well coached, and they play tough. And we're going to need to play very well to win the game.
Seems like they have a little more length than when I was there, Coach. They're like a taller team too.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they look like they have good strength, great size. We certainly aren't a aren't a very big team. We have a lot of guards running around out there, but um, we'll battle, and we got guys that are competitors, and they'll stick their nose in there, and we'll see how it plays out.
So I mean, I gotta mention we're talking about height and people that you lost last year. Obviously, Joe Sedora. Have you been able to watch him get some time there at Penn State at all, Coach?
Yeah, a little bit. Texting him back and forth, and seeing how he's doing. It's certainly a grind, and try to watch him on TV when I can. It's so busy during our season. It's hard to kind of sit back and be able to watch college basketball as a fan. But obviously Joe's just he's the epitome of what we want in our program, and I think it's such an advantage to us and our staff to be able to say, hey, this is how it should be done, and how it was done, and use that for our current kids as a kind of a guide, and someone to look up to as to how to play the game the right way, and how to really work. Joe was probably the hardest worker I've ever had, and he
Nice.
he turned himself into one heck of a player.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing him as a sophomore, and then uh, I actually was talking to him, and I said, "Hey, what happened to the skinny, like left-handed guy?" And he's like, "What did he look like?" And I said, "We kind of look like you." And then I was like, "It was him." I was like, "He just put so much muscle on,
Oh
you
yeah.
know." And it
Yeah.
was so funny too because I said to him like, "What's next for you?" And he was like, "I really want to go to like Penn State and play." He's like, "I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make the team or not." And I was like,
Mhm.
dude, the PSAC, man, mom and
Yeah.
dad for him both played at
Yep.
Westchester. I said, I played at Slippery Rock. I
Mhm.
said, and he's like, look, I already go to Redline's a big school. He's like, it's either Penn State or I'm not doing it. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was his goal and he reached out himself. And man, he's
Yeah.
only preferred walk on the team, I heard, at least this
Yes.
year.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah. And he contacted Coach Rhodes and went up there and did some stuff in the summer, and they liked him, and it worked out, and it's a credit to him and what kind of kid he is, and how hard he's willing to work each and every day.
well. You got some good ones now. I mean, Isaiah Ogrechek, one of the top leading scorers in the league, just a sophomore, and it's just I love his. He's just is not scared of anything on the court, coach.
No, no, yeah, he's a special player for as young as he is. He's doing some things right now, and you look at the efficiency and how he's playing offensively. It's one thing to go out there and score 20 some points a game, but how many shots are you taking?
Right.
And he's doing it in an unbelievably efficient way. And when you look at his shooting percentages and how he's also able to create for other guys, and Cade Shepard is not far behind it when you look at some
Right.
of the numbers. So those two guys are kind of leading the way, and they're playing some really high quality basketball, and we have a number of other guys that are kind of stepping in, and when they get their chance, they're playing well. So yeah, it's very exciting. We have a great group, and looking forward to see how. I told him yesterday, January is the month where you got to grind away
Yep.
and kind of separate the contenders from the pretenders, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, and it's gonna. I mean, York High, you just had to battle with. They're young. Spring Grove, young. I mean, it's gonna be awesome for years to come. But Tuesday night, come on out to the Lions Den. Tell everybody, come on out. If you can't make it, you can watch it on Sports Shooting Stars. Coach, I'll be out there early. I'm excited for it. And
I'll
yeah,
see you
thanks.
over there.
Thanks for jumping on there, man.
Hey, no problem. Thanks,
We bring
Marcellus.
the game to you. Contact us, sportsshootingstars@gmail.com.